Sometimes this dieting process just makes me so tired of it all. Sorry for the little silliness, guys, but truth is, sometimes doing this diet, doing this weight loss is a tiring, massive, freaking headache that makes you feel like it's all for naught and a bunch of bullshit that you are working your ass off for and seeing very little results. So, while I apologize for being MIA on my YouTube and stuff lately, I'm getting back on it because I really want to show you guys the whole vision. It's just been a little bit insane lately, between trying to work out, trying to do all this other new stuff, and working on the wedding, and it's just been a bit overwhelming, so I kind of got off track a little bit, but I'm jumping back on. I've been on track with weight loss, but as far as getting the YouTube videos out there for y'all, so I'm going to get back on it. I'm not going to do a bunch to make up because whatever, I slipped up. I'm just going to own that and move on from here. So hopefully you like the new videos to come. I am going to kind of switch it up a little bit like I was doing before I took a little bit of a hiatus. Just kind of want to try out different things, see what kind of videos you guys are liking more, and kind of go that realm with it. And yeah, just kind of checking out new ways to do this whole thing. So here goes nothing. Next week, I know it's been a minute, but I'm going to do in my measurement time. I know, always a scary thing, but we're going to get that going for you next week. And this week is just going to be me whining, bitching, moaning about dieting. Not really whining, bitching, moaning, but just kind of going through the real process of it. Outside of the bullshit, yes, there are good points of it. Yes, there's moments when you want to jump up for joy and you reach that succession or you reach a goal and it feels so good. And then there's other times when, let's plain realize it, it sucks. It sucks really a lot. So I just kind of want to give the true ins and outs, because that's the whole point of this channel for me, was I want to put out a channel that people can relate to, because they too know the struggles and frustrations of dieting and losing weight, and how it is when you have to go out to eat with people that you care about, and when they're eating delicious food and you've got some water and cracker in front of you. I mean, not literally water and crackers, but you almost feel like it. So just when you're someone like me who loves food, isn't so into the health food, but trying to learn to be, and trying to be healthier, trying to be more fit, trying to be thinner, whatever may have you for your goals of fitness and health loss, if it's sometimes a struggle and sometimes just a plain old bitch, then hopefully you'll like where this video is going, and we'll talk a little bit more about that and the videos to come. And if you do, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe so you can hear more of my rant and raves or see the weight loss process as it goes. Sometimes it'll be happy-go-lucky. Sometimes I might give you more of the dirty deets of this is just bullshit. And other times we're just going to have a good old laugh. Hopefully, fingers crossed, and not too much of a cry. But as you know, I've done that too. Embarrassed face. Hoo-hoo. Also want to fill you guys in on the wedding stuff. In a couple weeks here, I'm going to be going on my bachelorette party. Whoop, 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 whoop. So I'll give you guys some of the behind the scenes sneak peeks of that, if you care. But for exercising, pick tunes that you can work out to. Don't listen to anything slow or sappy. But whatever pushes you, whatever gets you motivated and off your feet, like dance music, pick tunes that'll just push that workout right to the next level and help you get through it. But here's the thing, guys, with exercise, at least as far as what I found in my experience. As I've said before, and I'll say again with dieting, you've got to want it. If you don't want it, and if it's not everything for you right now, that's okay. It's just going to make it almost near impossible to do it, because you have to want it. You have to have this drive for it, because I'm not kidding, guys. It's tough as nails. It's no joke. But you're fully capable. If you put your mind to it, you're capable of anything. You just have to believe in yourself. So really it's just a matter of your willpower and how much you want it and how much you get out there and push yourself. When it comes to the exercising, it can be daunting at first, and even for me now, I've been doing the stairs now for a couple months. Every time I'm trying to improve, I do set different goals for myself to achieve them. And you know, it's a process, but here's the thing, I'm getting stronger, I'm getting more fit, I'm able to do it faster, which is all great things. But the other side of it is like, yes, sometimes you'll feel like the Rock and you're like, yeah, I got this, I am conquering. And then there's other times when you're gonna feel like that lead character from that old movie, The New Guy. Bit scrawny, bit like you can't do it, and a bit feeling like you're fake. And it's okay. It's okay to be a beginner. It's okay to start somewhere, because it just means that you have a road to accomplish. It means you have a goal and a place to, you know, attain more strength and attain more fitness. So don't be afraid of the beginning. You know, I'm a beginner in so many things. Like, there's a couple moves at the gym that I can like get literally like 1 or 2 sets in, or I mean 1 or 2 reps, not even sets, 1 or 2 reps, and I'm like it's still so hard for me. So don't be afraid to be a beginner. We're all there and we look silly. There's some moves when I'm doing the aerial, when I want to get back into it again. I did it before, but I gotta find a new place for adults because my place changed. But anyway, when I used to do that, I used to look like a beach whale flopping over these things, especially like the trapeze bar or the like hoop. I look silly. I'm a big girl. I'm trying to lose, that's a goal for me. I'm trying to lose weight, but right now I'm flopping and these other girls are tiny and they're doing it all elegantly and graceful. You know, and I felt foolish and silly, but I did it. I did it anyway, and I kept trying, and I'll tell you what, when it came to that hoop, I, for some reason, with the balance of my weight or my tummy, I was better at the hoop, especially on my back, like being able to balance where a lot of the other girls couldn't. So in that sense, I got to rock out. So you'll have your own areas that you shine, that you do phenomenally, that you're just rocking at. And then there's the one that you're going to look a little silly, and you're just going to have a sense of humor, laugh at yourself, know that you're beginning, know that you're going to get stronger and you're going to be able to do it. And then it'll feel that much more awesome when you actually get it done. So I am gonna tackle these stairs, and
a bit daunting, but
you know, eventually, like, I've never ran up the stairs. The people who run up the stairs, it's like, oh my god, you guys are amazing. I'm like huffing and puffing, my legs hurt. It's like trying to pull up like 2 sandbags. You're at a certain point because you're like, ugh, I can do it, let me get these legs up. Or you start to run out of air, you know, and these people are like whizzing past you and you're just like, oh my god. And I can't compare myself to them. I can't be like, they're faster than me, they're lapping me. It doesn't matter, because majority of the time I'm there longer because I'm doing more times up and down, but they're doing it faster. So you have your own workout, you have your own routine. Don't judge yourself by anybody else, because you're just going to make yourself either feel bad or feel like you're way too cool for your britches. So don't judge yourself by anybody else. Just do what you can do, be proud of that, and know that you're improving every time and that you're out there, and that's half the battle. You're working on it, you're growing, you're pushing yourself in ways you didn't before. So just rock it out and don't worry about it. And have a sense of humor so that you can laugh at the times when you look like a silly, silly person, because we all do. We all have those moments. You're not alone. And the one thing I've also found, which I love about working out and fitness, is that sometimes when I feel like I'm foolish or like I'm like breathing up a storm, like I literally sound like probably to other people like I'm dying or something, and I'm like, you know, especially because of asthma and stuff. And like everybody who comes by you, like even these people who like you see is so tough and physical fit, and you're like, damn, and they're like high-fiving you. They're like, come on, you got this. And everybody's just pushing each other in such a positive way, at least that I have found so far, and I'm very grateful for that. But I love that camaraderie of fitness and people just trying to support each other. It's actually really kind, and it's very genuine, and it's very supportive, and it helps you. Like when you're dying up at the top of those stairs and you're trying to keep going, and like you feel like you've given it all you got and you don't know how you're gonna do it, and then some stranger comes by and gives you a high five. It doesn't even have to be any words. They just give you a high five, or they smile at you, or they like, you know, it just it builds this thing in you that, like, all right, I'm gonna keep going, I'm doing it, you know. So try to be kind to people out there. Try to give them a heads up. Like, if you see somebody and they're struggling, be like, I got you, man. You're good, you're doing great. Because all of us need it. All of us need that extra little pick-me-up. And something about fitness and doing it, you know, like, there's a lot of negatives with losing weight, guys. And that's what I'm trying to show with this video, is that it's hard and it is a struggle and it is something you are going to have to earn every time. And it is not easy, but you're capable and you can do it. And in the end, it'll be worth it. I'm hoping, because it's also a slow process. So I've gotten better, but it's not overnight, and it's still yet far from my goal. Far from my goal. So just keep focused, keep trying. Don't give up. Understand the reality that sometimes it's going to be a bitchin' heat, but keep on with your head pointed at where you want to go, and you can make it. I truly believe in you, and I'm trying to believe in myself. So next up on this whole diet fiasco of ups and downs, and a lot of downs coming up next, because guys, and because sometimes it's lazy too, it's very easy to fall into those old patterns with food and with exercise. So we're going to transition out of exercise and start talking about food, because that, my friends, is the point where if you are a foodie, or you've been big all your life, or you just plain, like I said, foodie / love the fuck out of food and don't want to just eat to, like, live and survive and be healthy, but want to find a balance between being able to enjoy things that are sometimes indulgent, but majority of the time live in a healthy way, so you're not, like, your body's not getting affected by these harsh foods or these heavy greasy foods, or it's something to indulge in every now and then. Balance. That's part of what I'm learning with this whole process, balance. So with food, it can be a bit of a frustrating process, more so than exercise, because, at least for me, because it's just, I like food, and then I get lost in a pattern of what do I eat and which diet is right, because I don't really want to do a fad diet, but then you don't know what to eat, and it's a headache. So we'll get talking about that right now. Time for the fridge. And the bitch of dieting the most is, of course, the food. Gives me the most problems, and it's the most complicated, but it is also one of the most critical aspects of losing weight and getting through this weight loss process and reaching my goals. So here's the thing with food. Like, meal prepping is key. I'm not very good at it, but it's important. Meal prep, and meal plan. You definitely want to make sure you're planning out your meals and not being yelled at by your refrigerator because you have the doors open and are wasting electricity. And prep it all out so that it's easier to do. Because one of the biggest problems that I have with weight loss, or the dieting aspect and the food part, is knowing what to eat and when. Like, especially if you're not doing a specific fad diet, or, specifically like keto or the grapefruit diet or what may have you. I've heard of the cabbage soup diet. There's a million of them. But if you're not doing one of those, then you're kind of doing your own food. And in that sense, it's really hard, because then you have to basically figure out what works for you, what is healthy and balanced. But at the same time, if every now and then you want something bad, take a bite or two. Don't eat the whole thing, minimize it, and then try to cut those foods out. I am no longer drinking soda. It is cut out. I know that that's a big thing. I haven't seen much of a change since drinking soda. Really doesn't seem any different to me. But I'm hoping it'll help in the long run, because there is a lot of sugar in there. Because I was drinking a lot of soda. I was drinking at least like 1 or 2 like big ones a day. Well, I had gotten down to when I started this whole process, to 1 a day, and it was a smaller one. But before that, I was drinking even more, and then now I'm drinking no soda at all, which I never thought would be possible, because I love Coca-Cola. That's no joke. Love Coca-Cola. And I still do. Every now and then I will get a fountain drink from somewhere, and I will put in a tiny touch of Coke, and I will take a sip and savor every second of it, because some people are like, oh, the taste goes away. Not for me. I still love the taste. It's still delicious, and I still want it every time I can. So I do. A lot of things that I've been introducing to my diet too are the protein shakes, because they actually really help, get, like, because for me, I have a sensitive stomach, so it's hard. Like, one of the things too is you want to eat a good breakfast. You want a good healthy meal to get you started, especially if you're exercising, doing hard work or going to work, spending a lot of time where you're not going to be able to have a full meal. Protein shakes are good. This kind, the Premier Protein, I like the chocolate. I don't like their other flavors. If you like coffee flavor, that caramel one, I know it's not coffee flavor, but it actually tastes like coffee. And then they have vanilla and other flavors, but I only really like the chocolate. That, as well as doing some of the protein powders. And then I get a little of my almond milk and have it in dark chocolate. And this can actually be not only a good breakfast, but a good snack. Like, when you're really wanting a dessert and you shouldn't be having one, take this, some peanut butter, ice, make a little shake, blend it up. Perfect. It's good for either getting your day started with breakfast, add a little protein powder to it, or just have it as a little dessert. Another good treat for dessert, because I'm somebody who I want to feel like I'm still eating and not like sacrificing everything to try to lose weight, because I want it to be a more realistic approach. So in that sense, like, I want dessert and stuff. So whipped cream is a big thing. You can get whipped cream with literally like 1 fat, 1 calorie, 1 carb. It's all good. Ready whip in the can. But they also have the kind in the freezer. Pick whatever kind you like. But if you get the can one, put it in a little Tupperware, freeze it, and eat it. It tastes straight up like delicious ice cream, and if not, a little better than ice cream. So that's another healthy tip too, is whipped cream. Because let's face it, guys, dieting fucking sucks, and eating the bullshit food makes you crazy. It makes you crave certain other foods, and then you're just in this constant nightmare of like, all right, I just gotta get through it. Once this diet's over, I can eat the way I want. Well, if you're changing your lifestyle like we're trying to do, eat healthy or be balanced, that's not really the best approach in your mind, because you're not going to go back to eating these bad foods. So what you want to try to do, at least for me, and my approach, is to cut the crap out slowly but surely, and eventually all of it. And then, if while you're eating healthier, you want 1 cookie, eat 1 cookie. But, just don't go overindulgent. Don't eat 20 cookies. Don't have 10 cookies. Have 1 cookie and then move on. Or have like the serving size of a bag of chips. If that's what you're absolutely craving, have a serving size, and then eat healthy for the rest of your day. And don't forget to exercise, and it'll balance itself out. But it's going to take time to do it this way, to do it real and for life and for balance. It's going to take time. That's just the regular raw bitch of time. It's something you can't rush, not with anything. We all want to rush time with looks, with relationships, with jobs or promotions or whatever it may have you. We want to rush it. We want it now. Now. We're all now people. I'm a now person. I want it now. Like, I always think of, Willy Wonka. I want it now. But when you do that, you fall down a hole with a bunch of geese, because like, it's not realistic. It's not, we have to be real for ourselves. And if you want the not fad diet, not the thing that may lose weight and then you'll gain it back right away, or doesn't really work, or you have to really commit and be super picky, and then you're just sad or depressed, because sometimes when I'm doing those fad diets, I get angry, I get pissed off, I get moody, grouchy. People don't want to be around you. Your friends are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And you're like, I'm sorry, I'm just so freaking hungry. And it becomes a real thing, and it sucks, because then nobody wants to be around you, and you can't bitch about what other people are eating, so you have to suck it up in your head, and then it's this nightmare constantly going on. Even this part, in the head part, I even get it now trying to eat healthy, is you're constantly playing this game of, okay, well, what do I have to eat, and if I eat this, what does that mean for the gym, and is that off my diet too far, and how much of this, and I really want to eat that, but I'm not allowed to eat that, and so that word allowed, it gets you really bad in your diet. So get that word out of here. If you want a little bite of something, if you're craving it really bad, have a little bite, don't overindulge, and move on, and then keep eating healthy. Make sure that the rest of your meals are healthy, because the more you restrict yourself, the more you tell yourself you're not allowed, the more you're just like, no, 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 the more bitchy you're going to be, the more angry you're going to be, and the more this is not going to work. So on the food stuff, guys, it's still a process for me. It's the hardest process of them all. It's not easy. It's a bitch. You become like a living nightmare. Like, it's like they might as well, like when you go on a diet, put a freaking stamped warning label on you that says, caution, on a diet, back the fuck off. Because really, that's true. You're hungry. So, sometimes if you're out there and people are being grouchy, maybe they're hungry. Try not to take it personally. They're probably hungry. They're on a diet. They haven't eaten in days. They're eating kale or spinach or whatever may have you. When I was doing keto, I was barely eating anything at all. Now that I'm trying to find balance, I'm barely eating because I'm constantly in the struggle of what can I eat? What do I want to eat? So it's meal plan, meal prepping, dieting, if you're going to do it for the real and balance, is key, guys. Something I'm still working on. I'm not a pro. In fact, I haven't even really done that much of that, hence why I get in such a struggle where I'm standing in front of the fridge, getting that little beeping sound for hours because I can't simply decide what it is I want to eat. So, like I said, guys, dieting, this is the real and raw of it. Like, yes, there's good points. Yes, you get better, you'll reach those goals, but it's tough. And the hardest part is the fridge, is the cupboard, is the food, is the grocery store, is going out to eat with friends and what you can eat versus what they can eat. It's a headache, but if you want it, you can lose the weight and you can get it. But no lie, guys, it's gonna be a bitch of a process. So strap in, get a helmet, get a sense of humor, and try to make it through the best you can. And if you need, I'm here for you, because together we can be our best selves, because God knows it's freaking hard as shit alone. So, see y'all later.